Ooh, that was close. I almost knocked that clean over and would have been very upsetty had that got down. Oops, did not mean to do that. Oh well, it's fine. We're here to have some fun. All right, let's get this thing going. We're playing F1 Manager. We got a lot to do because it's Zandvoort, round 15 of 22 here in our second season, in which I admit we've made plenty of mistakes, but nonetheless, we are going to be making up for them starting right here, right now. And we're starting with Mick getting a cornering boost as we continue his march towards domination. We're gonna go ahead and take a look. We have a lot of emails to get through apparently. Our monthly car development report is horrible. We are aware. We're very aware. New ATR period starts today. That's massive. We have a new underfloor design going. That's perfect. Honestly, I can't even really remember what we're looking at here. Everything's gotten at least a second spec. Chassis looks like we could use one more. We'll go while we're here. Front wing also could use some more. So we'll go ahead and get that going. Rear wing is fine, side pods is fine, underfloor is fine, suspension is fine. Here's the problem. I need to keep going. The problem is we've already like kind of really screwed ourselves here. Our design center is almost done. This is one of the things I wanted to check on, is making sure this is up and going. I also want to get to do this. We need to start improving our facilities here. As you can see, our CFD simulator and car part test are now going. Still have a little under 5 million in the bank, so we are a-okay. Oh, hey, Theo, up to 77 here. Very, very good, very good. No one else. Staff, anyone with any points? Chris Cronin up to an 82 overall engineer. That's beautiful. That's right, we were looking at car stuff. And here's the problem. We currently have a couple of manufacturing things going on, as well as an underfloor design. I think at this point, we're gonna sort of half give up on this season, which is gonna be tough to say because YouTube is gonna be a little boring, but the amount that we could potentially get in terms of next year's car, I think we need to start taking this a little seriously as we march forwards towards next year. As soon as our design center, the design center is done, we'll have an extra slot so where we can continue doing research, but also do some minor upgrades on things for this season. And then starting next season, we can do a focus on 2 parts development for in season, 1 part once it opens up, 1 part for development for next season. But as of right now, we really need to start making some moves for next season. I think we're going to softly give up this season. Our car just does not have the pace that we really needed to, and so we are going to be trying to make as many jumps as possible to get the car where we need it to. And so this is how we're going to do it, with research and really just hoping and praying that everything will pick itself up as we go next year. I think we've done okay enough to handle one bad finish to our second season, but I think next year is going to be the one where we need to start making some big pushes and some big inroads on where we're at. I'm going to say we can get into Q2. I'm going to hope that we can get into Q2. They want us to get into Q3. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't even think I can promise a finishing slot of what to say, one in the top 10. I don't even know if I can do that. What we are going to do is make sure, once again, we have some stuff in development. But let's see, warehouse. Yep, just making sure that everybody's got the most up-to-date thing on the car. Perfect. Let's head to Zandvoort.
It's another historic weekend of Formula One here at Zandvoort. The track has seen many unforgettable moments, like Gilles Villeneuve's three-wheeled lap at the 1979 Dutch Grand Prix, which cost him victory.
Moderate rain, a light rain, a rainy Sunday, huh? That's not good. That's not good at all. We'll go ahead and throw on the quote-unquote bad components. Make sure that we're not wearing anything else too unnecessarily. Head to the setup. Sure. Kevin, get your practice components in. Yeah, that's fine. Sure, we'll go with that. Let's do practice one.
Ready to check.
Get him out there and let's get it. It's really not gonna rain after it said it was gonna rain. It said it, what is a light rain, it looked like. Oh, I don't think I changed the number of laps. I think they're doing 15 laps. Hopefully that's okay.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
That's funny. Oh god. Oh, they're back. I didn't notice. Oh, and of course they didn't go long enough to get an actual like exchange. Sure, we'll go with that. Sure. Kev, thoughts? Kev, less happy. Or why not? ESC for whomst.
Oh, and that's a crash!
Ricardo crashing. VSC over. Let's go. Oh god, they were in for so long without doing anything. This is going to be an interesting race. Minor ERS damage, we knew that. Will they get their feedback in time? Watermelon lime, by the way, pretty decent. I think I prefer the tropical punch or whatever the other one is more so far, but I still need to try the kiwi strawberry, I think is the other one. So we're gonna hold judgment. Bad. 38%. Woof.
Doing any more?
Something doesn't feel 100%.
49%. Not great. Not great. Checkered flag. It's all over. We will start on the mediums for 23 laps. Sure. Sure. Start on the meads for 23 laps and all right. Let's just do it. Everything back to the middle. Okay, let's try that.
Radio check.
Let's see how this one goes. It is going to rain immediately.
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
Copy.
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
Okay.
Copy.
Like, is it coming or? Okay, 3 minutes. We're gonna get a decent number of laps in. Bring him in. Literally, I'm just gonna do this and immediately back out. Don't go to wets. Oh, I hate you. Literally like on the line between inters and full wets. Looks like we're not the only ones who are 82%. Let's go. All right. Sure, try that.
What do you think?
We're back to wet. We're back to enters. The rain has stopped.
I think that was a crash.
Ricardo still crashing. ESC. Albon and Vettel on the full wets.
We've just had a spin.
Hamilton spinning. Hamilton spinning. Major gearbox wear. That's fine. That's why we have it on.
Someone spun out.
Stroll spinning. Gonna be an Inter's finish here, isn't it? No baby rain.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Copy.
I mean, there's literally only like a few laps left. 86. Nice. We also need their like track acclimatization to get up there. Setup confidence to come in. 81 for Kev. 86 for Mick. We'll just let him. We'll let him finish. Let him roast these tires. We're not going to use them anyway. So it'll be A-OK. Honestly, they finished up right then and there anyway. So at this point, we are just going to leave it alone and wait for the session to end. Perfect. We finished ahead of a Mercedes. Let's go. Few grid penalties here. All right, and like we have been doing, we are going to be simulating FP3, heading towards quali. Woof. 88 and an 84 for Mick and Kev respectively. They almost got their track acclimatization all the way up. Almost. Now here's where the sandbags come off and we put on our all of our components that aren't going to explode at the first sign of trouble. And let's do it. Manage quali 1.
Radio check. Radio check.
It's like and McLaren is starting nice and early. No rain expected. Go ahead and send Mick on his first lap here around Zandvoort. Hopefully he doesn't run into any traffic coming out. He does not. We'll send Kevin out right now in this little gap. Hopefully everyone else will start to funnel out from here, but Mick goes faster than Danny by quite the margin. Kevin does get out ahead of Jack Duan and is following and is likely going to catch Fernando at the least optimal time, and he's going to still come home and put 1.3 on top of Mick. Not a bad start here. We do go about 4/10 down the Gasly though immediately. I may try and send Kev again on this same set of tires. Come on, get around Leclerc. Oh, what a moment to send Kev out. What a moment. Well, they should be coming into the pits, and so we should get a decent little bit of clear air here as they should go into the pits. Yeah. This is definitely not going to be my finest work with Kev, but actually, we have time. Let's just send them both out. Original set of tires, all good. Mick's got a bit of a gap here. Kev doesn't look like he improved. Still sitting in P6 there. Mick though is going to come around and start his second flyer on that used set of tires. Gets out ahead of Sainz. Is going to have a clear run all the way through. Goes yellow first. Go ahead and get Kev. Make sure we don't forget, as I have done this before. Yellow second. Come on, Mick, approve a little bit. No, Mick does not improve. It was worth a shot, you know. It's only going to take a moment here to reconfigure, and we will wait. I'm going to try and send Mick first. Then we're going to send Kev last. All right, relax, Mick, relax. Relax, Mick. Ah, I screwed Mick. Yeah, he's going to run into a lot of traffic here. Mainly us, by the looks of it. Yeah. The sad part is he did improve too. And he goes yellow second because of us. Oh, now he's gonna get in Kevin's way. Hey, remember when I was saying we were gonna have no more mistakes? Yeah, that turns out that was not true. That is the checkered flag. We're gonna need a lot of help. Let's go. We're both through. Both through. Let's go. Kevin improves. Let's go. We're through to Q2. 2 cars in Q2. Gonna start on the softies.
Radio check.
Radio's good.
Okay, should be green now.
All right, we're gonna start on the same soft tire we finished the last session with, just to get a bit of a banker in. We're gonna send Kevin out with Lewis. I'll say we'll send them both out. We're just looking for a banker anyway. You know, we're not looking for anything crazy. We're just trying to get a decent lap in. Should something happen, no rain here, but should something happen, we're just looking for a decent lap here to try and get something in. We'll go ahead, we'll hop on board here with Kevin, mainly because I didn't watch hardly any of the last qualifying lap. It looks like there's going to be some free air all the way around for us. It looks like Lewis is going to hit some of that traffic there to finish the lap. So hopefully they'll have cleared out well before we get there. A couple of green first sectors, as you would expect, being the first lap here in Q2. Through the tight little chicane, long left-hander on the long right-hand banked turn through we go, cross the line, and 6 tenths down on the Merc. And Mick a further 1.7 tenths down from Kevin. Oh boy, going to be a long day today. We're gonna throw on the next set of softs, and we're just gonna wait it out and pray that we should basically just try and finish as high up as possible, as we definitely, as we've seen recently, do not have the proper pace to really compete here. So I'm gonna wait and actually try and time this better than we did last time. We will be sending Kevin first. Are we gonna try and get out early? I feel like we should. I think we're gonna do the same thing I'm gonna try to do the same thing we did last time, but actually better this time. All right, never mind. They're both going in the end. All right, we will hop on board. Well, we'll stay on board here with Kevin, just because I think Kevin is definitely the more likely of the two to get through of these two. So we'll go ahead, we'll hop on board here with Kevin. We'll keep an eye on these sectors of those ahead of us, trying to see who improves and who is not. As we round the final bend here, DRS flap opening down, we start our flying lap here, final flying lap here in Q2. We're trying to say Albon does not improve his second sector there. Vettel goes green, which is less good for us. Let's see, Mick goes green first, Kevin goes green first. Norris and Ocon just decided not to set more laps, so they are actually going to be behind us no matter what. We can only go up from here. As we finish off here, Mick is rounding the final couple of corners here. We both go green, green. Mick down the final straight, opening up that flap and goes. It looks like he improves, but just not by much. And Kevin also improves, but not by enough. And we are out in Q2. We will be starting further up the grid, I believe, thanks to some grid penalties of those ahead of us, but it is going to be a Q2 knockout for us, 12th and 13th here. But we will be starting, looks like, in the top 10 thanks to some grid penalties from Valtteri Bottas and Sebastian Vettel. So it will be a top 10 start for Haas, but not the, not the typical that you would expect. So alrighty then, let's take a look here. It looks like it's gonna rain later on in the race, so we potentially, what do we think of the move of starting on the hards and then moving into straight to wet tires? Do we think a set of hards could last 45 laps? That's a great question, and we're going to find out here in a moment. It would be a bit of a stretch, but in theory they could. We could try and do a no stop to wet tires situation here, and maybe try and get lucky with some safety cars or something, or we could potentially try and do like a medium inters kind of thing. Or like maybe a medium soft stint. A medium soft stint maybe? I mean, I'm willing to try anything. We'll try the one stop with Mick. We'll try a weird two stop with Kevin. Maybe we'll see how the tires do on aggressive push and see how that goes. But we'll try a one stop with Mick, see how it goes. We'll get him started and just leave him alone, and we'll see how the race develops. If something happens where maybe we get a free cheap pit stop, we will. And then we will try a two stop with Kev, leading into a potential wet finish here around Zandvoort.
And the crowds are waiting.
But here we go. A chance to make something happen here in the Dutch Grand Prix. Away we go. We go going into the long right-hander of turn one. Mick up and Kevin both up into Mick up into 10th. We'd love to see that.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
That Mick making moves. Fighting with Kevin, we will allow them to fight. We need them to do whatever it is they can do to, make up as many positions as possible. We're going to drop them back down into neutral ERS. We'll leave them on push and tires for now. Now that we've kind of melted our own little pocket here, we're going to drop Mick back down. And he should filter in. There we go. We told Mick not to fight Kevin, so hopefully he left Kevin alone enough. Here we go, on to the beginning of lap 3. DRS is enabled this lap. And we are honestly not in the worst position ever here. We are the only one on the hard tires, which is going to be an interesting stretch here, to say the least. Make us already 1.2 seconds back, but we really just need him not to fall off too far And honestly, if someone wants to get by us here and try and drag us along with DRS, that would be lovely. As he actually gets DRS from Albon, who tried to make the pass but didn't complete it before giving us DRS there, it looks like.
Alpha Tower regained a place.
Oh man, Mick, come on. Again, we really just need Mick to just survive. If Mick can just survive for long enough. I'm kind of already leaning towards moving Kevin towards a medium wet strategy. Probably doing something more akin to that. It's probably what we're gonna want to do, just so we can leave him on push, because we are gonna need it if we're gonna stay any kind of competitive in this one. Mick, I think we're just gonna leave alone. I think we're just gonna have to trust the process, and if we end up screwing Mick in this one, that one's gonna be on me. And unlike real life, I won't hold it against him. But 5 laps into the 72 lap stint around Zandvoort, and we are actually in pretty decent position, all things considered. So it looks like Mick is succeeding in my goal for him of just getting dragged along with DRS. That is what we love to see. I'm really curious to see what strategies the AI are going to go for, and if they are taking the late rain into account. The good news is, even if it doesn't rain or doesn't rain that much, we can always convert Mick into a hard medium stint to finish. And Kevin, we can always just go medium hard, or medium soft, depending on how this race develops. So we have options should things develop as such. So we are going to have to keep an eye on things for sure. But I think we'll be okay. Kevin is setting the fastest lap. Let's go, K-Mag. We love to see it. Absolutely. We love it with a K-Mag fastest lap of the race. Kevin is actually doing pretty well. We are in a DRS train all the way up to P1. So we are kind of just exactly chilling. All things considered, we are doing pretty a-okay. Mick, how are you doing? Come on, Mick, we need that DRS. Let's stay in it. Attaboy. We gotta stay in that DRS, Mick, or else it's going to go south very quickly. We are getting a bit of a gap here to Bottas behind. So we're kind of creating a little second pocket from P9 to P12 that I'm hoping Mick can kind of stay in and not fall out too much. Leave Mick on push, on fuel. Oh, Mick. All right, everyone. All right, we gotta trust the process. We gotta stop micromanaging Mick, and we just gotta trust the process as much as we can here. We gotta trust the process. Mick is gonna do what's best for everyone, and we are just gonna have to trust the process ourselves, that everything will be a-okay in the end. Tires looking a-okay. Beautiful. We are getting dragged along with the top 8 as well. We'd love to see it. Makes him 2.5 down. Oh, we didn't get DRS. All right. The process needs to be trusted. The process just needs to be trusted at this point. We're gonna play they're playing the position game with Mick. We'll leave him on push for a minute because we'll have some opportunities later to try and catch up. We'll push Kevin for the same reason. We can always catch up on fuel. I really want to solidify our place here in this train. We're not trying to make any moves per se. We're just trying to secure as good a position as we can find ourselves in this pack. Honestly, tires are doing pretty okay, all things considered. So I'm not getting too worried about it. I'm already considering moving Mick into a new strategy, but we started him on the hards, which I think is just
Someone's run wide.
Sonoda running wide. I think just starting him on the hards basically just locked him into this one stop. I don't think we can change him, or else we're basically just admitting that we already ruined his race, and there's just nothing that we can do about it, which is unfortunate. It really is. But we're just gonna have to trust the process. That's all we can really do here, is just trust the process and hope things get better when hopefully these other teams start to having to pit, and we will hopefully make up our ground then and there. All right, Kev, attaboy. Pretty good. Everyone else's tires, I mean, we're definitely the worst of all the medium runners, but we kind of knew that. Moving back to balanced fuel for now. Oh, someone went a little looks like Russell went a little defensive there. I mean, Mick is lapping like a full second slower than the leaders, which is less good to say the least. Our car is really just not good, isn't it?
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
Oh, come on, Bottas, drag us along, huh? Thoughts? Just drag us along, everything will be a-okay. Let's speed this up a little bit, mainly because at this point we're kind of just waiting for Kevin's first stint to come to an end. We're not really like trying to do too much here. Kevin, we just entirely just wanting to get dragged along in this DRS train, just trying not to get too detached if we can help it. As I say that, we get detached. Oh, we're not getting DRS either. Oh, it's pain. Oh, did we get it? Oh, we got it. God, not for long though. Not for long though. Kevin is losing touch. The tires maybe getting a little too toasty. All right, we're almost 2 full seconds off now. Not good, less good, much less good. See though, the soft tire runners are nearing about 50%, 50 to 60%. We are also at 60%, which is probably where most of our problems are running into. The good news is Ocon behind us doesn't really seem to be gaining too quickly, so I think we can kind of let our car relax for a minute. He says as he watches Ocon put in a 10th on us. All good, all good. No problems here. Put Kevin back to aggressive. Mick is fighting Bottas for P12. That's pretty neat. Getting dragged along still with that DRS, that magical drag reduction system. So all good, all good. I mean, all in all, we're kind of just chilling. Ocon has put about Alonso and Ocon have put about a second-ish on us. But I think that's just our car's just lack of pace in general. I don't think there's too much more to it than that.
Oh, there's a spin!
Hamilton spinning safety car. safety car. No. There, Ocon and Norris are
We
pitting.
had a crash.
Albon crashing. It looks like the first few pit stops are going. That is good for us. Just gonna speed this along a little bit. Try and get Kevin a little closer to his pit window. Go ahead and pop on a fresh set
Box,
of
box.
tires.
Gotta be bugs.
The soft runners are still going, which means they extended a set of softs as long as I'm extending a set of mediums. That's impressive. Mick up into P11 here. Looks like a bunch of people going from the soft, medium, soft, medium, soft strategy, probably originally is what it looks like. Good. Do not give Fernando DRS down the straight. That's what we love to see. Kevin boxing. Signs also boxing. Signs out of the box already. Onto a fresh set of medium tires we go. We will have a fresh set of tires on to battle ahead. We come out ahead of Dawn, which is good. And from here forward, minus signs on the hards and Ocon, who came out a couple laps ago, we have a tire advantage, which is massive. Gasly pitting, which means those first set of runners probably going to be, yeah, he was the last soft, yeah, he was the last soft runner ahead. Gasly coming out on a set of hard tires, which means we should hopefully be able to catch Gasly on those hard tires. He said, extremely hopefully. Mick running in P9, very, very good. Still getting dragged forward by Bottas. Hamilton in the pits. Mick up into P8. Kevin up into P12. Love to see it. My guess is all of the medium runners are going to the hards, which is kind of exactly what I was hoping for, and being able to use this second stint to our advantage as best we can, at least. We are more than a pit stop away from the leaders, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is at this point. Nick's still going strong on those hards. We'll push Kevin on fuel. We'll try and get up into DRS range of Ocon here. If we can get up into Ocon's range for DRS, and then we can potentially try and rebuild some of our ERS stores. Not on the long straight. Getting it here would have been huge with all of the front runners pitting here. We actually looks like we are going to make up a few spots here, which is awesome as we set the fastest lap. Make up into P6. Kevin up into the points here in P10. Russell's running wide. Beautiful. We're gonna see if we can harvest ERS with Kevin and see if we can actually manage to hold on, or are we going to continue falling back? I hope not, as building up some ERS for later would be absolutely massive. Mick, we are just gonna do the same. At least we're gonna do the same for all and lap with Mick. Mick up into P3, by the way. Mick up into P3 in his own little bubble. He will be caught by Verstappen at some point on the fresher hard tires. But as of right now, in P3, in the podium places. Things you love to see. All right, we're gonna see if we can get one big harvest down the main straight And then we'll bump them back to neutral. I'll let them go. I'm gonna leave them on pushing fuel because it seems like it's working pretty okay right now. Mick will be passed by Verstappen here, but that's a-okay. Once again, we are kind of just leaving Mick alone, not too worried about it. We don't need Mick battling unnecessarily if we can help it. And if we can get dragged along by a Red Bull for at least maybe a lap, that would be lovely.
Red Bull moved up.
Yeah, it's fine. Kevin battling with Alonso and Russell by the looks of it. Beauty, beauty, beauty. All right, about 10-ish laps until the rain is forecasted to start falling. Mixed tires are actually doing really well. I'm gonna put him on aggressive and see if we can hold on to P4 for at least a little bit, maybe. See if we can hold on as long as possible. We'll worry about saving fuel later, should we need to. All right, just like that, Mick is dropped out of oh no, oh maybe, but the time delta is very weird. We're probably being passed by Leclerc here. Actually gonna slow Mick down and see if we can actually slow down Leclerc at all in this first sector, and see if we can catch this group up a bit to that group. Oh, there we go, baby. Attaboy, Mick. Mick is backing up the pack into us, which is exactly what we need. Especially with the rain incoming relatively soon-ish.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Totally fine. Totally expected at this point. Honestly, this is actually not even that bad.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, it's fine. Nick's hanging on, baby. Honestly, he's keeping the rest of the field from running away from us. Everyone that's faster than us from running away, so. This is actually huge for the program. The Mick train is in full effect. Evan even making some moves. Up and around Ocon and Alonso up into P8. Let's go. The masterclass is in full effect.
Haas with an overtake there.
Russell gets around Mick. That's fine.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Dude, this whole section is just all over the place. These four cars are just all over the place.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
Oh, go Kev. Go Kev. Let's go. The slingshot, the teamwork.
An excellent move by Haas to gain a few places.
He gained 3 positions on that move. Well, let's go, Mick. Yeah, yo, Mick the real MVP on this one. No cap. Now, I just really need... Alright, we're gonna have Kevin deploy for a minute to really try and build this gap. I would try and like pull, make a long, but at the same time, I don't think that's gonna work. Just because of the tires that we're on, you know. All right, that next sequence done.
For a Mercedes.
Attaboy, Mick. Keep going. Hi, Mick. Go get someone. Hamilton, Alonso, and Bottas all in the pits. This is actually huge for us. Also, this has been huge. This race has actually been...
Rain still coming. Copy.
Wait, it's damp already? Oh my god. When did it start raining? Is it gonna get wet?
There is a small sprinkling of rain.
A small sprinkling of rain, yeah. Oh man. Oh, let's go. Oh, a beauty. A beauty of a stop. An absolute beaut. Oh, we gotta leave them on. We gotta leave them on standard because they're barely gonna make it to the end as it is, unless it goes full wets later. Well, if that really shook up the order here. Go, came back up into P9. Come on, Mick. Yes, get Leclerc. Up into P11. Everyone now on the intermediates. It looks like it's just probably going to be inters pretty much the rest of the way. And just like that, I mean, we're pretty much exactly where we started. There's nothing really changed, nothing really gained, and nothing really lost. So I guess the one stop and the two stop were pretty much almost exactly the same. Kevin's still holding on to the fastest lap of the race, by the way. Just light rain just the rest of the way. I mean, we're just gonna speed this up because I mean it's raining. Like there's not a whole lot that's really gonna happen between now and then, right? Unless it all of a sudden just starts dumping. I mean, we can try pushing Mick and try and make a bit of a run at Ocon, I suppose, but that's, you know, 5.5 seconds up the road. I mean, we can see what we can do here. It's quite a ways away. I mean, pushing everything with deploy, we gained no time. In fact, we lost time. So, that's tough. I don't suppose it's gonna like the rain's gonna go away anytime soon, huh? Let's speed this up. Just keep an eye on everything, make sure no one's in any real danger.
Ferrari advance the race
I mean, the
position.
Ferrari was gonna get by us. I don't think Mick realistically had a shot at points here. I mean, it doesn't even look like Charles is really putting that much time into Ocon here. I mean, he put a half a second apparently. Albon's making a run at us, it looks like a little bit. I mean, I'm only really worried about K-Mag here at this point. Or just lack of pace in general is what's going to undo us here. As good as there's only 18 laps left, and I think we're going to be okay. With the rain done and come already. I mean, is it just gonna, it's just light rain the rest of the way? Question mark. Come on, Kevin, let's increase that gap behind Ocon. Gotta show him what's what. Show him what for. Alright, increase that gap back up. Let's go. Force him to put in that work to get it back. It's already done. Oh, Ocon's going for it. Come on, Kevin. 10 laps. You can hold on. Charles is also right here. Attaboy, K-Mag. Charles, get in on this and distract Ocon for me. Actually, never mind. Just stay back. No, Charles, don't do it. Charles, relax. Charles, relax. Charles is firmly in this fight now, and now I'm scared with 4 laps remaining. And now I'm scared with 4 laps remaining. Mick still hanging out in P12, about 12 seconds back to us. Alright, we're just gonna keep an eye on it, and I'll jump back in. You know, 2 laps remaining, maybe the end of this lap. Maybe a little more. I mean, nothing is happening. Literally nothing is happening. We are literally just watching dots go around the screen. Like, no one's passing anybody. Nothing. We'll watch the last lap. As soon as... yeah. We'll watch from here. Alright, Kev, let's run away. Let's secure these 2 points. And let's get out of here.
Need to charge it.
Fine. I'm watching this fuel. Honestly, I'm just going to leave that there. We don't need any incidences of running out of fuel. I dare say.
And Sainz crosses the line first. He's taken the win.
The rain stopped immediately. All right, Kev. P9 and the fastest lap. Let's go.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
That's points, baby.
Nice checkered flag.
Well done over the weekend.
Well done, that was a tough day. When you stop, it would be P1. Wait 5 seconds and P0.
That's checker flag.
I'm very sorry about that.
Don't worry about it, Mick. This was always going to be a tough one.
Copy
This
that.
was always going to be a tough one. There's nothing to apologize for. All right, let's get out of here. Congratulations, Sir Carlos. That's a solid day. That's a solid day, all things considered.
Kevin Magnussen
We can't
showing us
be
how it's done.
too
A
disappointed
great
by it,
result.
I don't think. I think when you come down to the end of it, you know, that's where we're at, you know. We're fighting for scraps out here. We're fighting for the scrap
Yes, they're
points,
having a very
getting them where we
successful day
can.
in the races.
I agree.
That's a
This was
successful
all very
day.
impressive. And it's
I don't want to admit it. I don't want it to be true, but that's a successful day at the
And they're
track
in
for
sixth
us.
place in the constructor standings at the end of this weekend.
We now look ahead to the next round in Monza. In
Monza,
Italy. The Temple of Speed
the
is
Temple
waiting,
of
and the team will be
Speed.
ready and raring to go.
Not too bad. Mick finished down one spot, but I think that's kind of is what it is. You know, 3 points for Kev with that fastest lap point. We love to see it. Still just kind of hanging out 10 and 11th in the drivers, and we get 3 points more clear of Alpha Towering. It looks looking more and more like we're just going to be holding on to P6 this year when our goal of P5. So I think, you know, it be what it be. I don't think we need to worry about it too much, but $3 million in the bank, points on the board, thanks to Kevin Magnussen in a tough, strange race around Zandvoort. A weird one stop for Mick and a pretty good 2 stop for Kev, but man, the car is it's just not there right now. Not bad. Not bad at all. We will do another round here in a moment. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. On to the next one. Monza. Autodromo Nazionale Monza is up next here in 4 days. A quick turnaround after a weird race around Zandvoort. But we have a regulation vote for financial changes. Everyone focus up. The cost cap going down. I am going to vote for this, because we need the top teams to stop spending as much money, and we don't ever really get anywhere close to the cost cap so far anyway. So all in all, perfectly fine with us. Getting those top teams down on our level will be a godsend, but we will continue. That is a backup front wing. Don't need to worry about that too much. Our design center is ready, which means if we come here to engineer, is it not this one? Is it not this one? Am I crazy? It means we can do 2 to 3. And which one is the one that gives you more engineers? So our project capacity went up, but our engineers are still only 10, which means we'd have no engineers. Which is the one that gives you more engineers? Not the test center. I thought it was. Is it just this next one? Oof. Never mind. I thought I did something there, and we did not. What? We need just everything. Anything and everything, my guy. Anything and everything. We are just really, I can't. Woof. Woof, woof, woof. All right, I was really looking forward to Monza. Our car is not fast. I literally don't think I can guarantee any of these. I think we just rough time for Haas. Our underfloor is going to be ready in 14 days. Everything else is ongoing. Unfortunate. When does the next ATR period end? Do we know? What's the design? Sponsorships. Facility upgrade. There it is. Oh, we got time. We got so much time. So much time. But for now, all right. There's literally nothing else we can do. So we head to Monza race weekend.
Welcome to life in the fast lane. We're here at Monza in Italy, the home of Ferrari. But who will take home the points this weekend? Let's find out as we get started with the Italian Grand Prix.
The
Monza,
Italian
a centurion among circuits,
Grand Prix.
dripping with motorsport history. Expect to see cars fly by as 80% of the track is tackled at full throttle. It's not all go, however, and brakes can be prone to overheating through the tight chicanes that Monza has to offer. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. Let's get this underway.
Okay. All right. Everyone relax. Everyone focus up. Practice time. I think we are very quickly nearing the point of needing to use. I think we're at the point where we're just using the our current components. Honestly, I think this race, I'll be putting in a new, fresh-ish set of things, should they need it. Just because it is Monza, and I really want to try and give us the best chance we can. Because it is Monza. It is Monza. Honestly. I'm gonna skip the... I just want to see what happens. There's a few penalties going through. See, 37 and 40. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it once. I like managing races. I mean, that's really the thing I focus on the most in the episodes on YouTube anyway.
Welcome back as we continue our race with...
A lot of grid penalties up ahead. 16th and 19th in practice. Woof. But 100, only 58 and 54 in terms of setup confidence, but it is what it is. We will put in our good stuff. We'll put in a new gearbox for Mick. We'll do the same for Kev, and we'll just hold on to that other one for practices now. Let's start qualifying here at Monza.
Ready, check.
The Temple of... Oh.
Rain's still coming.
Go out immediately. Go out immediately and set a time. Go out immediately and set a time. Now the rain needs to come. Let's go. Come on, rain. Come on, rain. Let's go. It's gonna be like this the rest of the session. We're through. We're through. Literally just, yeah, keep it on those tires. Refuel. I'm not going back out. I'm not gonna be going faster than that. Anyone who's out there on inters is screwed, and anyone who's out there on soft is also screwed. As long as it stays wet for this qualifying, we're through, baby. And it is going to be light rain, it looks like, minus this clear skies for whatever amount of time, but that is showing rain the rest of the way. That's on to Q2 with a P4 and a P5 time on the board. I think literally everyone who's out right now just hasn't set a time yet on, didn't get a time set on slicks. Norris and Albon's still going out again, which is bold of them. I'm literally not going out. We are through. It's about to go to full wet conditions. Ah, okay, maybe not. But we are in over 3 mils of water. Amazing. We're through, baby. We're through. Love it when it's easy. Sainz, Gasly, Hamilton out potentially. Imagine the scenes. Perez on the line as well. I hope they're going to enjoy their scenic loop here around a wet Monza. Verstappen comes home. Goes real fast, but doesn't improve. We're through P4 and P5. Let's go. Nobody good out. Now I'm sad. Is it a dry one again? We're gonna put good tires on just in case we need to do literally the exact same thing.
Radio check.
Radio's good.
Okay, should be green now.
Okay, it looks like it's going to be an actual dry quality session, so we're gonna put on the used set of tires from last session. Yeah, it looks like no light rain in 13 minutes, but I mean that's basically the end here. Perfect. All right, we're just hoping for a decent banker here. Nothing crazy, hopefully. Not even gonna worry about watching. Leclerc running wide. Oh, Russell, you absolute fool. God, our pace is just trash. Duan made it through. I just noticed. Duan making it through to Q2. What a day for the lad. It was a used set of tires, we have to remember. A used set. So it will, those times are going to be slightly indicative, but not completely indicative of our eventual pace here. I mean, I'm going to try and go out last because that's when, you know, the track rubber and track grip are going to be as good as they're going to get. So we're going to wait and try and be last out of the grid here. We will send Mick first, Kevin last. Perfect. We will sit on board with K-Mag here on this lap. All right, Kev, make us proud here in Monza. Final flying lap of Q2. A fresh set of soft tires go on into the first chicane here in Monza. We have about 8/10 or 8/800ths. No, 900ths. Never mind.
Here's the replay.
Kevin
All
spinning.
eyes on Kevin Magnussen here. That
Oh,
looked like a
Kevin.
nasty spin. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it
that
may
was
have really
pretty
hurt
rough.
Their overall chances.
That's pretty rough. All right, Mick. Oh, yellow first sector for Mick. Oh, even better. I fear that that is us done and dusted. You know, not that we really had that good a chance of getting out here, but a yellow for Mick is not going to do us any favors. And we won't be last. We beat the Williams, P13 and 14 for us. Unfortunate kind of. Oh, unfortunate. Just, I mean, what can you say? That's just unfortunate. A little too unlucky. I mean, it wouldn't be us if we got lucky. So there's that. P13 and 14 for us. Looks like again we'll be moving up a position each thanks to some grid penalties, and it looks like Kevin may also be moving up one extra one thanks to this penalty. Oh wait, no, that was Q2 results, so maybe not.
The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprises
Electricity in the air.
Haas met their potential in qualifying, and they'll be.
Yeah, I mean you're probably about right.
Start to the grid.
The only thing that really happened for us is that we were saved from being knocked out in Q1, thankfully. Who's behind? All right, so Mick, we're gonna go the medium to soft. Kev, we're gonna go the soft to medium. Split the strategies a little bit. We'll put Kevin on the faster tire to start, and Mick will just play the safety car game should it arise. Let's do it. The Italian Grand Prix at Monza.
We have beautiful blue skies overhead as the drivers line up on the grid. Looking at the Haas, they're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. There's the other Haas. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. The teams are ready to go. Here we are at the oldest circuit in Europe for this, the Italian Grand Prix.
The Italian Grand Prix, 5 red lights.
And it's lights out.
And away we go here at Monza. Down into turn 1. Any carnage. My favorite part about the first turn of Monza is exactly that, when all of the cars just stop for the first chicane. It's incredible, and there's really no better way to describe it. There we go. Stroll running wide. Actually, we'll push fuel with both. That's always something we can get back later should we need to. But any kind of gaps or any kind of advantage that we can try and take advantage of right now is good. Like, everyone's on a new set of softs and a new set of mediums, so interesting. It's gonna be one of those tough day at the office types. Nick, how you doing? 8/10 off of Leclerc, who's also on the mediums. It be what it be. It shall be what it shall be. I think okay, DRS. I think at this point for talking about strategy in terms of developing the car for next year. I need to figure out where. We're gonna try. How many laps can these do? 66 laps? I mean, yeah.
Let's see what happened there. Now just focus on the Haas.
Oh, does Kevin just go storming in? Oh yeah, baby.
That's the contact.
Who did we
there.
punt
Oh,
off?
there's chaos on the track.
Bottas. Oh, we punted Bottas. Bottas is a puncture, I think. Oh, Kevin's got a penalty.
Safe fuel, safe fuel.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, that sucks for Valtteri. Oh, maybe we have chassis damage. Oh, well, oh, Valtteri. Oh, 0%. He does have a puncture. Oh, this is too fascinating. Oh, pain.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
This is my favorite shot. There it is, baby. There's where wings should be. Did we break the whole front wing? I think we did. Oh yeah, no front wing for us. I mean, how far back are we? I mean, you never know if there's a penalty or a safety car or something. So we're putting Kevin on the hards and we're gonna try and do 49 laps on hard tires. Penalty. Is it a 10-second penalty? Okay, no. Nobody moved. That was the whole, okay. I was gonna say, it's like nobody moved for so long. Go Kev. It says it can do it on like regular pace.
Who's running wide there?
That's super interesting. All right, Kev, have a good race.
Required.
Copy that.
Let's go, Mick.
That's it.
Attaboy, Mick. Bottas is just making it into the pit. Or out of the pit, I guess I should say. He's already almost getting lapped. I mean, if Kevin gets lapped, I don't foresee a universe in which we get
McLaren gained
unlapped.
position.
Unless it was like a safety car, like right now.
I think there's been a lockup.
Signs locks up.
Let's have a look. Let's have another
Huge,
look.
huge for the program.
Here. That lockup could have cost them dearly.
I mean, it did. They lost a position to us. Look at that. No, that was the Alpha. Never mind.
The team are really disappointed.
We're in there somewhere. We're right on Ricardo's behind. DRS open. Engage. Oh, around the inside. Late on the brakes. Oh. Slingshot. Here we go. Skirt. Last on the brakes. Turn in. Rotate the car. On the power. Let's go, Mick. Up into the points.
Haas with an overtake there.
Kevin, still only 31 seconds off the pace, I see. Also, does that not technically serve his penalty? Like if I do
Oh,
this,
they've run wide.
I can choose to serve his penalty here or at the end of the race. I don't know which one's better. We're just gonna pray that maybe a safety car comes out before we get lapped, or something else happens, that means we get a free cheap pit stop to go back onto maybe a new set of mediums. But right now we are on the one stop. the four laps on the softs into 49 laps on the hards strategy. We'll see how this plays out. So far we've gained about half a second on Sonoda, so there's that. Mick and Danny here are battling away, losing plenty of time as we go for 1 point.
With a great overtake.
Tires is Daniel on. Daniel's also on the mediums. Haas, who I took out, is a minute and a half off of the leaders. Incredible.
Is that a new race position?
Oh, let's go,
Haas?
Mick. Around the outside to the inside. Here we go. The defense. So good. I mean, we're in our own little pocket. It's over 3 seconds behind and 3.5, almost 3.5 seconds ahead. We're literally just like trading spots at this point. I really need this group to start fighting more, because if this group can start fighting, then maybe we can start to put a little bit of time in, as we kind of did. We're about, what, we put in about 2/10 ish. So if this group wants to, you know, start fighting and really, you know, causing problems, so be it. There we are in the back. There we are. Norris has lost DRS to the Ferrari, which is going to be detrimental to him and kind of this whole group, unless I can put a little. Oh, okay, they're back. Oh, there's Bottas. Bottas lapped already. Terrible them, great for us, as we're now only 1.4 off of Russell. So realistically, who's the real winner here? Russell, though, I think is a real big loser, because he lost track of the pack ahead, and now, I mean, so did we. Lost. Everyone lost here. Nobody wins. Look at this. These guys, 1.5, 1.8. Screw it, dude. Let's catch up. Let's put in some work, Mick. Let's put in some quality style laps here to try and close up to Danny Rick once again. I keep seeing like the Pirelli board out of the corner of my eye, and it keeps making me think there's something happened, like a yellow flag somewhere.
They've locked up and gone straight.
Oh,
on.
Gasly locking up, free position, back in the points. Let's go. Brother, we're so close to DRS. So close. Come on, Mick, give me a 10th. All right, we are back, barely.
We have low battery.
Yeah. But more importantly, we have DRS. So who's the real loser here? Right? Bang, let's go. And now we'll harvest while staying close to Danny Rick, thanks to the power of reduced drag. Mick, how did we let him put a 1.1 on us already? Mick, I literally, can you just not keep up to the McLaren without full deploying the ERS? Because that's a problem. Where does this go if I... Oh, yeah. Hey, Mag, we're just gonna leave you alone. Meg, we've lost so much time, and Science is now on us. Meg, we can't be relying on ERS this much, right? I mean, I'm not gonna turn it off now. That's because I mean, at this point, we committed this long. Kevin.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place. Looks like there's been a lockup.
Not Kevin's day. We'll just say that it's not been Kevin's day. Come on, Carlos, drag us along. Drag us forward towards the McLaren. I wish I could tell him not to fight Carlos and literally just get dragged forward. We're gonna lose so much time fighting him that I'd much rather him just stay on the out, like stay behind him. Literally just stay behind him. And he'll literally just drag us to Daniel. Like he already literally kind of is. As long as we don't lose touch here, and I'm hoping we're gonna lose a lot of time in the middle of, you know, the end of sector 1, beginning of sector 2, but you know, it's this straight and the main pit straight that are just we're gonna have to stay within touch. Because I mean, look at it, like we're already 1.1. Like as soon as Carlos gets DRS on Daniel, we're gone. Oh, around the outside of turn 1. Turn to the inside of turn 2. Oh, Mick. Nah, the long right-hander will turn for the Ferrari unless Mick wants to hold it on to the outside, which turns into the inside. Back to the outside. Nah, he'll stay behind.
Advance the race position.
Oh, because Sainz has DRS on Daniel. It's over. Goodbye, Daniel. We will be taking your position now. Thankfully, our car is just slow enough where Mick is just staying behind him naturally, this is the greatest. This is the best. Oh, is Daniel gonna successfully defend the Ferrari into turn 1 at Monza? He is. He is fantastic. And here we are in P11, just hanging out, saying what's good. Look at the Alpines in P2 and 4, by the way. Ocon leads in Monza. All right, Mick, let's relax. Let's stay close. Let's get dragged along, and you know, as long as we can. Perez pitting. Oh, the soft runners are going to be pitting soon. I forgot there's a race still going on. Up into the points. Let's go. I completely forgot. There was like, all right, there's a race. Literally, we just need to get dragged forward as much as possible. We're well within a pit stop window of the front group, so we're gonna try and, you know, play track position as best we can here. Yellow flags. Still no rain.
We've just had a car run
Stroll
wide.
running wide. Here comes the pits. All right, Daniel, we need to work together. If this is gonna work, we have to work together, Daniel. Think of this. Think of the future, Daniel. God, our car is just slow. It's just so slow. Pop. Oh, and Carlos has DRS to George. Oh, this is a good thing and a bad thing. I'm gonna deploy just once again try and solidify our position here. You're kind of falling back into like that range that I don't like. Push Kevin Fuel here for a minute, because why not? He has, you know, a third of a kilogram extra just lying around.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Sonoda running wide. We got to get our DRS delta figured out. All right, Mick, let's get it.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Spinning, Vettel spinning. And we are actively just being dragged along right now, and I am for it. Our tire dig is horrific, but I think that's because we were just running on aggressive for so long, trying to catch up to Daniel and stay with Carlos when we were catching up. So
Yep.
Right, watch this. There's Schumacher. And there's the collision. It's caused absolute carnage. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
safety car.
It's a collision.
How's that not a safety car?
Okay, box.
There's
box.
so much debris everywhere.
Copy. Box and stuff.
We're gonna speed this up. The only way anything happens here. Broken 2 chassis and 2 front wings. The only way something manages to happen here is if a safety car comes out. So we're just gonna do this and pray a safety car comes out, I guess.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
So there's that. Oi, this is you know, we made a mistake last season in Monza where I forgot to put
Haas with an overtake there.
the right components back in, and it turns out I didn't do that this time, and so instead Both of our drivers lock up, causing collisions, getting penalties, and running P13, 15 in a circuit that does not fit our car at all. And yeah, great.
Seems to have been a lockup.
What a day. What a day here in Monza.
That's a position gained for
Definitely seen better days. It's safe to say we've definitely had better days here at the Haas F1.
Haas with an overtake. Alpha Tower regained a place. Oh, we've had a spin.
Gasly spinning. Gasly spinning.
I think there's been a lockup.
Kevin Magnussen is almost lapped. Kevin Magnussen running in P15 is almost lapped George Russell running in P20. What? Russell stopped again. I guess we could. We both a lap down? We're not. We're going for a fastest lap with Mick. Kevin is also not a lap down. We can also try for a fastest lap with Kevin. It's fine. Oh, wait.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Kevin is no longer going to get an attempt for fastest lap, but Mick will. It's fine. It is. I mean, it is what it is at this point. It literally doesn't matter.
Copy.
I don't think this is gonna work anyway, just because our car has damage anyway. So all right, Mick, you're gonna have some clean air. Fastest lap for Mick. Let's go. Let's get it. Fastest lap, Mick. Here we go. Keep an eye on that bottom left. Big break into turn one around the chicane. A clean exit. Hitting that ERS to get that instant deployment on the exit there.
Charles Leclerc is today's
Ferrari winning a Monza, imagine Lamau.
Starts checking flags.
That's a green first sector for Mick.
Yeah. Hard luck again, guys.
Yeah, that was not. It was not a good day.
P1.
Mick though
Wait,
down the back stretch. No DRS. Green second sector. No purples though. Can Mick set a fastest lap with no purple sectors? We are about to find out. 307 kilometers per hour around the parabolica. Here we go.
So that is checkered flag.
No indication of fastest lap. I don't think he got it.
Tough day.
Very
Take
tough
all the
day. You
cup
said it, not me. That is a tough day. No, we're not celebrating. That was a tough day at the office. Mick Schumacher, fastest lap though. Let's go. Stolen right at the end. No fastest lap point here. Clear by a tenth. What, a tenth and a half? It's pretty good. That's pretty good. No points though. No points, but a fastest lap nonetheless goes on the records. It goes on the record, and that will be that. Boy, what a day. Monza really isn't our bag. It's just not. Monza is just it. Monza just, it's not for us. It's just not for us. Made a chassis though. We made a chassis though. All right, I'm gonna run to the restroom. I will be right back. Enjoy enjoy the beats. I'll be back in a moment. All right. So, leaving off there, a tough day at Monza, but we head to Singapore. The end of the season is fast and quickly approaching, and we could not be more excited for that. But first, let's head to the inbox. Regulation results. It seems like nobody else voted for it, so no financial changes this season. Very, very difficult race. It looks like we have some missing car parts. Yeah, all right. Now we need to quickly make two. Singapore is in 18 perfect. We don't have to rush it. Even better. Oi, 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 oi. Our design is going to be finished in 11 days, so that'll be done in this session. Both of our drivers have development points. We will throw them both into cornering, getting those better and better. Theo also has one. We'll also throw it into his cornering. Staff. Ben Michel has one. We'll throw that onto feedback. Still can only get 10 engineers. Still confused. I'm pretty sure. Is it this one? I don't know. Oh, it is. It is. We need $18 million and it's design center level 4. That bumps you up to 15 engineers. So that's what we're saving up for now. I really want to get that before the start of next season. I think that's going to be key for us to make our big push next season. So it's going to be what it's going to be, but let's go ahead and move forward here. I cannot remember who we were scouting or what we were scouting. Nick DeVries and Yuki, that's right. We were trying to keep an eye on who we might be thinking about putting into Kevin's seats. So compare you to Kevin. I mean, Kevin is better in most ways. Smoothness definitely needs a lot. But I mean, honestly, Nick's not a bad shout. Let's see, Yuki. Even Mick is better than Yuki in most things. All right. Kevin still has a year left on his contract. I don't know. I feel like we need to make a change, and I feel like that Kevin Magnussen's seat is heating up sooner and sooner. Underfloor is completed. I am tempted. Oh, right. Our front wing is low stock. Perfect. We are going full research mode for next season at this point, so I don't think we will be doing any more development for this season for sure. We are definitely trying to do as much as we can to try and make our car a little better. I think last year, I think we learned that this season we missed the mark by focusing still too much on researching for next year's car, not enough development on this season's car. So we know that it sucks, but at the same time, we know where we're at, and we're gonna have to do what we're gonna have to do. But at the same time, it is what it is. CFD simulator is completed. Thank you. That will help us for sure on our push to greatness. And our front wings, thankfully, made as well. Let's go to race prep. I mean, Singapore is definitely not our cup of tea, but we'll try and make it into Q2. And I can't guarantee anything else. But for now, let's go ahead, jump into the Marina Bay Singapore Grand Prix weekend.
We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit and the Singapore Grand Prix is just about to start. The name Singapore means City of Lions, and this weekend Formula One will be roaring into action. The bumpy street surfaces here make this a challenging circuit for the drivers, and the humidity causes them to lose as much as 3 kilos over the...
A lot. They lose a lot of weight. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing, man. I'm really bad at doing setups, and honestly our car is just not good enough that the extra boosts that you get from your drivers just isn't, it's not enough. So I think at this point, honestly, we're kind of just speed running. We're kind of just speed running this season, the rest of the season. Handful of grid penalties to be seen. Let's go ahead, jump into Q1 here in Singapore.
Radio is good.
Looks as though no rain
Right.
to be expected. We're just gonna validate that. Yeah, it looks like we'll be okay. Go ahead and send a Mick out on a lap. As well as Kevin. We'll get these first laps up and going. Cool. Mick is gonna have clean air. We actually love that, and so is Kevin. Perfect. We're gonna get an actual clean set of first runs. I think we timed that about as perfectly as you can, considering it's Singapore. Mick, how are we 2 seconds slow, Mick? How are we 2 seconds off the pace? Oh god. This one's gonna be rough. Reconfigure. I mean, do I dare send him out on the same set of tires? Like, just go. Just do another lap. Just do another lap. Just get out of my sight for a little bit. Do another lap. Get back in here and we'll go again. It just didn't improve. Oh, this one's gonna be painful. I mean, we're gonna have an extra couple set of softs though, so there's that. Alright, we'll hop on board with Mick here as he's gonna be in traffic. We'll see if that can help kind of pull him along here. On our way here to the end of Q1, where the first runs did not go great for us, but nonetheless, we are going to see what we can do here. Last run of Q1, coming down the stretch here in the second season in the head of the Haas F1 team. Kevin starting his final lap here as well. Mick already goes yellow first sector, things you'd love to see, especially when you're trying to make it out of Q1 here. I'm guessing, honestly, if the bottom six are to be believed, I think Daniel probably gets out and Mick will end up out. I think Kevin might squeeze through, even though he goes yellow first sector himself. It is going to be a tough one. Two below us are done and dusted. It looks as though everyone else is kind of coming up through as well. Mick improves slightly, but not enough. Daniel, like I said, moves up and out. Kevin is safe. So Kevin is nice and through. Honestly, Kev, just come in. Honestly, Kev, just come in. Don't even worry about it. We'll move on. We'll slightly save a set of tires, I guess. But Mick, out by a good amount. That one's tough. It's hard to know how much is the car and how much is the driver at this point. I think a lot of it's the car, if we're being entirely honest. I think a lot of it is the car.
Radio check.
Our car is kind of
Radio's
tragic.
Okay, should be green now.
We're gonna do our best, but I think down the stretch of this year is gonna be big problems. I mean, I think our first big push year is gonna be next year, and I think it's gonna involve a new driver. I think it just has to. Kevin's gonna run into so much traffic. Banker lap, Kev. Banker lap. Just get in all their
Somebody
ways.
spin out there.
Bottas spinning. Oh yeah, Kev, get all in their way. Oh yeah. Still the slowest by so much. All right, we're gonna try and get out first for the final set of laps. Mainly because we're slowest right now by 0.2. All right, we're getting out last apparently. They all went a lot faster than I was expecting. We'll hop on board with Kev here. Kevin Magnussen doing his best to get as many positions as he can here, as we're almost a full second off the pace, or we are over a full second off the pace from P10 and Esteban Ocon. But Kevin did run into a lot of traffic on his opening lap here in Q2. So in theory, we should hopefully be seeing a big improvement here. Maybe not enough to get out of Q2, but enough to at least put in a time representative of our skills here. He does go green in the first sector, as it looks like the first set of laps are going to be coming to a close. Verstappen on provisional pole as the checkered flag symbol comes up here, making our way here into the final sectors. Kevin goes green. Kevin we find ourselves 2.1 seconds off the pace. Albon improves as we go around to the final two corners, the long double apex left. We cross the finish line and we do improve by, you know, half a second or so, but man, our car is bad. Man, our car is really bad. Really, really bad. But it is what it is. Kevin Magnussen out in Q2 in P15.
Race day has arrived.
But you know what? Points are earned on Sunday.
Haas gave a solid performance in qualifying, and they'll be happy enough with their
Is that
great position
solid?
here.
Is it?
Let's see.
I don't think it is. I really don't. Moving forward, we do have that extra set of softs, and tires do last. I think we'll be doing these softs to medium for both. Probably aiming for something like that for both. Here, this is going to be a whole thing. Singapore is going to be tough for us. We know that. But the only way to succeed is to do it.
It's a cloudy night tonight.
And so a
but
cloudy
otherwise,
night in
weather looks good
Singapore
for the race.
around the Marina Bay street circuit
Let's take a look at Haas.
is all that stands
They'll be
between
starting
us
the race from the
and
bottom half of
the
grid,
glory.
so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. And it's Schumacher as the second driver.
Yeah, a lot of ground to make up is definitely one way to put it.
And it's lights out.
And away we go here. So far, just caught up in a lot of traffic.
Is that a new race position?
Magnussen gets Albano. Kevin, you thinking about any other positions here on this opener? Seems like, oh, maybe up the inside. Oh, he had a look in on Sebastian Vettel. Mick up into P15, getting around Alex Albon himself. Now finding himself on the back of Kevin Magnussen.
Haas with an overtake.
Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. We are going to drop them down to neutral on their ERS deployment. We will leave them pretty much everywhere else for right now. Gonna try and keep an eye on everything to make sure nothing too untoward is going on. And now we'll drop them down to check our pace and see how we are on completely neutral. Just trying to see what's going on. What tires are we looking at here? A couple of medium runners up ahead. So I think once DRS gets enabled, we're going to try and be making some moves on them as soon as we can here. But all in all, a solid start here as we are looking at the back of the AlphaTauri of Sebastian Vettel, the McLaren of safety car, save everything you can. Who's out? Who done it? It's too early. It's too early. It's literally lap 2. Is it doing? It is doing. What happened? What happened?
Sounds like there's been a crash. Let's take a look at the replay.
The Williams.
See the Williams here.
Did he get punted or did he spin?
That crash is terrible news for the team.
Isn't that where Yuki crashed? I think that's where Yuki crashed in real life.
The team are devastated.
I'm not gonna lie, that was really funny.
Just what happened?
There's something really funny about a right or a left-hander and the person just goes straight.
Got loads of energy.
All right, nobody comes in except for Duan as he is retiring. One more lap behind the safety car, it would appear. And I'm honestly an amazing opportunity for us to try and make up the ground with Kevin
Safety car
on
will be in
these
this lap. Safety car will be in this
medium runners up ahead. We'll be keeping an eye on signs here, trying to make sure that we don't miss anything on the restart. Car in. There it is. We are push. We are aggressive. We are overtaking. We are aggressive. We are pushing. We are overtaking. Here we go. Ooh, get your nose in there, Kev. Get your nose in there. Now make the move stick. Let's go. That's one. All right, now let's get Ricardo.
Haas with an overtake there.
Get your nose in there, Kev. Get your nose in there. Ooh. Gotta make that stick, Kev. Gotta make that stick. On the outside. Dive to the inside. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Yup, back to the inside. Yes, sir. What are you doing, mate? Think about making any moves?
That's a new race position for Haas.
Ooh, Mick. Oh, come on, Mick. Come on, Mick. We got to be getting by these medium guys. They're going to be holding us up for too long. Mick, we know you like Seb, but we need you to get around them. No luck. No luck. No luck. The move just ain't gonna stick.
DRS enabled.
DRS is enabled this lap. Kevin, I was gonna say well within, but does not appear to be well within DRS, but does get it. Nick, we're gonna try and just get dragged along. Kevin, I might actually deploy here. We really gotta like solidify our position here on this DRS train, or else we're gonna get left behind. Catch up to Alonso, please, Kev. Catch up to Alonso. Our car's medium and low speed downforce turning cornering is just not there at all. All right, we're in. All right, now we're playing the game. We're gonna try and play we have fresher tires than everyone at the end of the race game. Which is, you know, something we're gonna have to do. Make it still behind the medium runners. Perfect. Still chilling, Mick? Still chilling. Yeah, are you already 6/10 back already? I mean, this race is slowly looking like it's going to be another one like Monza and the one before that, Zandvoort, where I think it's just going to turn into what it be, and we're just going to have to try and do the best we can. Which I know isn't fun, but it may just have to be reality for the rest of the season. We are going to get a pretty big upgrade coming with our chassis upgrade. The problem is there's only going to be what 3-4 races left. There's Coda, Mexico, Singapore, then Coda, Mexico City, Brazil, Abu Dhabi. So we're only going to get to use it for those, and then honestly we're not planning any more upgrades for this season, and we are moving entirely into next season's car. So honestly we're kind of just speed running this season at this point. When it's outside of DRS range. Or our tires compared to everyone else's. Our tires are actually doing better than everyone else's, so there is that. We are planning a longer stint on the softs than everyone else though, so we're going to try and play the fresh tires game and see if we can make that work to our advantage, if at all possible. So I think at this point we're gonna just speed things along, wait for some things to develop, and hopefully, while Kevin continues to just fall well off the pack, we're just gonna wait for some things to develop. We're gonna wait for the first round of pits to happen. I can't remember exactly when the first round of pits were scheduled to start, so Looks like Hamilton's stopping already, which tells me that might be sooner rather than later. What tires did he go on to? Hamilton goes on to the hards, which is an interesting one to say the least. The soft to hard strategy was not one I foresaw many actually doing. Hamilton is going to not be the fastest out there the rest of the way, but he is not going to pit again from here. So it looks like here we go. The first round of pit stops for everyone. We are going to try and extend as long as we can, trying to play the long game should something happen. So Gasly in the pits, up into the top 8 for our 2 drivers. Mick able to get Daniel Ricciardo at the moment. Next round of pit stops go, and K-Mag up into the podium places, and Mick fighting for P5. Looks like we are definitely, yeah, there's a lot. The medium stints have begun. We'll probably be seeing that a lot. K-Mag leads the Singapore Grand Prix. Mick up also into P3 here. Our tires honestly are really good, and honestly we can probably do this with our planned pit stop coming up in 6 laps here. So we're actually gonna have a decent run here left with the softs. And what is this gap looking like around?
Haas with an overtake there.
What was that 7 here, 15? I mean, we're looking at coming out in this gap between 11 and 12. So anything that we can do to increase that is
that a new race position?
very nice. But it looks like we're coming out around P11 ish if we were to pit soon. Window entered for both drivers. Mick, honestly, we're coming out like P12 to 15, which, so I mean, our track position game has worked for the most part. We're definitely gaining positions, maybe. Well, no, maybe not. It'll be about the same, but
And McLaren with a great overtake. Sounds like a spin.
Alonso spinning. How's his tires looking? I mean, we're still doing pretty good on tires. I'm gonna wait one more lap. I'm gonna wait one more lap for both. I'll pick Kevin first, and then we'll pit Mick next lap because he's still getting dragged along with DRS. So and box this lap, Kev. Box this lap. If we can open up that gap at all. I mean, our softs are going to be like 10+% fresher.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
I mean, Mick is kind of just getting pulled along with DRS right now. Because I mean, if Mick pits right now, he's coming out like 15, maybe P13 if he's lucky. I might just let Mick get dragged along. Oh, and oh wait, never mind. He's already out of. He's already out of DRS to Leclerc or signs ahead, so Kev comes out in P12 in some clean air at least, so I mean, in theory, he should have, you know, as much run as he can handle, I guess. Sure. God, this Singapore pit stop is so long. Oh, let's go. He got out ahead of that backpack, so he did come out in P13. Long way to go. Long way to go in this one. All right, Kev, we got to start making some inroads there and here on Perez. If not, we may be boned. Halfway through the Singapore Grand Prix, and we are still lapping slower than Perez on the hard tire. There we go. We finally lapped faster than Paris on a pace that is unsustainable while also being catched up on by one Sir Lewis Hamilton. Oh, Mick is still pushing. He has almost negative 3/4 of a kilogram. Perfect. Gonna have to worry about that one later. Honestly, we don't have the pace. We are not scoring points because Lewis is already catching up to us, and Perez is pulling ahead of us, and his tires are gonna last longer. So rough into season 2 for the Haas F1 team. Rough into the season. But you know what? That's just where our car is. Honestly, we're kind of outperforming our car with the strategies that we're coming up with. We're outperforming the car, so that is saying a lot. It's not resulting in points, but we are definitely outperforming our car's current position on the grid in terms of performance. So we should definitely be fighting more of the Williams and the Aston Martins over. Lewis Hamilton and the Mercedes should not be fighting us right now for P11. I'll say that. Shout out to Daniel Ricciardo though, running in P10 right now. Also, this field is about as spread out as I think I've seen on this game.
Haas with an overtake.
Finally actually putting in a little bit of work into P10. Oh, some pit stops. Points for K-Mag. Oh, wow. That was a late stop from those guys. What are they onto? Onto softs for the finish? Odd. That was an odd decision. K-Mag maybe getting points. Ooh, Zhou. Zhou out. No? Yes, it was Zhou. It was definitely Zhou.
There's been a crash.
Yeah.
Take a look now.
Zhou definitely crashed right there.
Aston Martin.
Aston Martin. Ooh.
Clearly.
Didn't see any bits fly off. I don't even think he pitted, to be honest. So we may actually score and points, and we can try and do a fastest lap with Mick too. Again, try and secure our points with Kevin.
Haas with an overtake there.
Seb on softs.
Got loads of energy.
Seb and Dan. Oh yeah, they are making their way up and through. Oh, Seb is up and way through.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
All right, we're definitely gonna have to pay attention to Kevin and Mick here as we get nearer and nearer to the finish here.
It's a race position gained for a Mercedes.
Now find ourselves in P12, which is not. Oh my god, Daniel is flying. Where's Mick? Alright, Mick, box this lap for a fastest lap attempt. Kevin, I think we might have boned out of points.
Regained a place.
Alright, Mick. We're getting you a fastest lap.
We've just had a crash on the track.
Bottas, crashing.
Use energy if you need it. Use energy.
Come on.
Copy.
Daniel really just messed off, huh? Daniel just put 10-second gap on us on that one. That's crazy.
Good job.
Max Verstappen over the finish
Max
line.
Verstappen.
And today's winner.
Well, the game really teased me there with the idea of maybe point, but it did not come to fruition at all. But we are going to get P11 here, and Mick may give fastest lap.
Checkered flag.
We weren't lucky there.
Oh, no, we were not.
Good job, well Take the pickup.
We are most certainly not lucky. Mick goes green. Purple. Oh, Mick is getting fastest lap, baby. Mick is getting the fastest lap by far. Only a few corners left to go, Mick. Bring it home with the fastest lap, and we will move on with our lives once again.
Checkered flag. Checkered flag.
I'm very sorry about that.
Yes, sir, Mick. Fastest lap. Mick's our fastest lap machine. No extra points will be had by the top teams here. Max Verstappen looks well on his way to winning another world title here. Red Bull 80 points clear with only 4 rounds remaining. A tough day for Haas F1 team, but we're really already looking forward to next year's car and next year in general. We do get our performance guarantees and incentives with that 180k for fastest lap. Let's go. Woof, what a day. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I think we're gonna call it there. It has been fun. This is the most I've gotten to play like in a row in like a month and a half, so this was super fun. I'm finally building up my backlog again of things for YouTube, so I'm hoping that starting next week I can start getting back to daily uploading F1 Manager up to the Tube channel. If you haven't followed me there, you can find it in the chat or also on my channel down below. But for now, I think that's going to do it for me here. This has been so much fun. Thanks to anyone who stopped in and stopped by. I'll be back next week for some more fun, maybe some F1 Manager as well as some F1 22. I want to get that going again. I finally played around with my wheel and pedals and have those set up, I think, correctly. So I think we'll have some fun with that as well. But for now, that'll do it for me here. Just have a safe weekend. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Count what you have now. Don't count what you don't have.